Right then, everybody, welcome along. It is very, very good to be back and commentating once again then normally here in ERS, but this weekend it is a little bit different on this Monday evening here at Silverstone. It is 20 drivers joining us on the grid, but it is not what we are used to over here on the Jack Rusty Comms Twitch channel. It is actually a split 10 and 10. It is the battle against LRN and the battle against ERS this weekend, and it's going to be an absolutely brilliant one to watch and follow along here at Silverstone as the drivers making their way out of the pit lane already. And we will introduce you to the drivers from both sides. Then we go for LRN this time. We'll go for LRN in the black cars. We'll take a look at the LRN car first. Actually, we'll go to whoever's coming out the pit lane first. Is it black? Yes, it is black with the orange highlights. Black with the orange highlights out here today in Silverstone, and that car's looking quite nice, I must say so myself. Very, very nice indeed for the LRN League. And the first one I've got on my screen right now is the Racer. At the moment, we'll go around the rest of them. We've got Milan and Gel. We have, I don't know if I've said that right, mate. I know it's a foreign league to me, and if I get any of your names wrong, I am very, very sorry. But I'm going to really try my best. I just try to put on a good show for you. That's what I'm here for. We have Aileron Spec Lap. We also have Danique. We have is it Jerome? Jerome. I'll say Jerome. Sloshy. We have Yarmo or Yarmo. I think Yarmo. And we have Thomas. I think I've gone through everybody on the LRN. Yeah, Lizzie L from Wish. Oh mate. I'll call him Yell. I'll call him Yell actually. And then we're gonna go to all that lot that we have here, the ones I am used to actually talking about, but I do see a few fresh faces out here today. We have the opposing side this weekend of ERS. It is Whoops in the ERS car, obviously. Lovely green colour we've got on that car. Then we have Zongo. We have BR, I am used to. Psycho. We have Picnic. We have Turtle Master. Danny. Myth Shadow. Who else have we got? We've got Adonis and Arthur as well. That is your 10 from the opposing side. And I'm not sure if this is this full qualifying or is this short qualifying? I'm not too sure at all, but if someone could update me on that. We have Gideon in the chat. I really hope ERS wins because it is going to be hard. It'll be good to see, mate. I'm so glad to be back as well. I'm sure a lot of you heard I've been poorly in the hospital, but we are back and ready to put on a good show for you all. I mean, to be fair, I was only ill about 2 days ago, but I've tried to recover as fast as I can because I wanted to get back to work as soon as I can. We have, is that Geordie in the chat on that channel? I'm not sure. Jet, the best. Thank you, mate. We've got Yarl in the chat as well. Yarl, boy. Thanks for all the support. We've got 12 of you in here at the moment for qualifying. Jack, how many corners in Silverstone and how many right and left-handers? In Silverstone, there is 18 corners. I'm going to have to get myself up to date on the left and right-handers. I haven't written it down, but we have Spec Lap, who is fastest out there so far, and the 2 drivers on the board so far, 3 drivers now, are the drivers from the side of LRN at the moment. It is Spec Lap, the Racer, and Yell in 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. So that is absolutely lovely to see. And Jesus Christ, majority of the drivers out on their laps so far out here in Silverstone. If you look at the mini-map, that doesn't look normal, does it? With the green and black, floating around the track. But Donique, goes to P1 at the moment for the LRN side and is quickest here in Silverstone so far. BR in P5 for the opposing side. But majority of the drivers with times on the board so far are drivers from LRN at the moment. And who else is about to cross the line? It is another, it is an ERS driver actually. It's Myth Shadow who will come around the final corner and towards the line. It is Myth. Can put himself in P3 this weekend so far with 12 minutes of qualifying. That is not too bad at all. Picnic to put himself in P4 as well for ERS. Obviously, like I said, BR, Turtle Master across the line. He goes up to P3, drops his teammates down by 1, but he is up now into the 3rd position on the grid for when they start the race. And it is short qualifying. Yes, mate, thought so, thank you. I'll tell you something as well. I'm going to do my best to put on a good show for you, but this is definitely very different to me to commentate on because I've never really been used to doing anything obviously like this with 2 different leagues, but it's definitely something different and definitely something I am going to enjoy. This is very cool. And let's have a look at drivers who are going to be heading towards the start-finish straight. It is Slosh who goes into the pit lane, followed by Jackal Hearts, and I think there's somebody else. It is a ERS driver who will be going behind them too. Another ERS driver going slowly around towards turn 16, and if I can find him, it is Whoops. There is a first time for everything, Jack. Yes, there is, and I will try my best to do well for you this time, as Whoops hopefully can do well on this time around then. On this lap, his fastest is a 1 minute 26.7 as he now makes his way up to turn 3 here at Silverstone, and we'll see if he can go quicker on this lap around in that green ERS car. A few of his teammates have put time on the board already, but majority of the grid so far is dominated by the LRN side at this British Grand Prix circuit. And as Whoop makes his way towards the end of Sector 1, it is not an improvement on that lap around. And have we seen anything else go up so far that I haven't mentioned? Picnic went up to P7. BR obviously still in P10 and dropping down at the moment, really. Whoops not improving, like I mentioned, as he makes his way around towards Cop's Corner now. And is there anything else going on? It is Milan. Milan in P6 at the moment. The drivers in the top 3, it's Danique, Speclap and Turtle Master. It is 2 of the LRNs, and in 3rd, the ERS driver, who is just hanging on there at the moment. Hopefully we can get some more ERS drivers up there soon. But to be fair, looking at it, it is quite evenly mixed on the scoreboard so far. It is quite evenly mixed, I'll give them that, and that is definitely what we want to see here in Silverstone. I will tell you how long we've got left, but I cannot see it because of the yellow flags. But once that goes away, I will take a look. But hello to the 11 of you in the stream chat. If there's anyone here from LRN that have not seen me commentating yet, first of all, hello, how you doing? And also, I do love to take questions in the stream chat. So if you've got anything you want to say, or just want to say hello in the chat, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you've got. And it is very nice to have you here today then, as I did see the time come up, then it went away again, but it is Adonis, who will not be going quicker this time around, definitely not, but I think he'll be going into the pit lane. Yes, he will. It is the ERS driver, the green car, that will fly into the pit lane. Good job back from Hospital Jack. Good luck this race. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. And what else have we got that we can follow along? There is a LRN car on the way down to... It is Jackal Hearts on his way around turn 15 and making his way up to the final few corners. And sorry about that. I didn't mean to go silent for so long. I was just checking the Discord from Mr. Yala Boy, who's helping me out a little bit with something. But let's have a look what we've got here then. We have Jack. Who do you think will win? Just do a blind prediction at the end of qualifying. Yep, at the end of qualifying, mate. I'll give you my I'll give you my prediction. Normally we've got a Drew in here that does give us a good prediction. If he's in here later, I will get him to give a good prediction. Hopefully, it is Yell who goes into the pit lane, and him in P13 at the moment. We'll have a look what else we've got going on around the track so far. We have the top 5 all out on an outlap at the moment, and we'll see how fast them guys can go. Out of the top 5, we have 3 LRN and 2 ERS in this at the moment. We have the best part of 8 minutes left of qualifying here in Silverstone, and Danique and Speclap both starting their flying laps simultaneously, and hopefully they can go quicker. We'll see if they can go quicker on these laps around. The fastest time, the provisional pole time here in Silverstone so far is 1 minute 25.4. And that is about a 10th split between him and Speclap, who's in second. And Danique heads towards the end of Sector 1 and cannot go quicker in Sector 1. Now we'll go to the car behind. It was Speclap, but Jackal Hearts puts himself in P2. Then he goes half a second quicker here in Silverstone. And Speclap does improve by a very, very, very small amount at the moment. And we'll go back to Danique, who is making his way around Cop's Corner and then up towards Maggots and Beckett's. And we'll see where the LRN driver can put themselves as they make their way out of Beckett's and towards the end of Sector 2. It'll be a 1/10 improvement for Danique at the end of Sector 2 as he now heads towards turn 15. And can he master this one like he has done the rest? He does it absolutely brilliantly. He masters the exit 2. And now he makes his way towards the final chicane here in Silverstone. It's the British racing track. Then as he heads around the final corner, it is Danique. Can he go quicker? Yes, he can by 2.5 tenths. That is absolutely brilliant for Danique. But he gets his stolen away by Speclap, who goes over the line and goes quicker than his other teammate there. And that is absolutely brilliant from the LRM boys so far. And Speclap steals that away from Danique. And it is a LRN 1, 2, and 3 on the grid at the moment. That is absolutely mental. As now, we will move on to more drivers. And we will see, you know what, we'll see if there's anything going on good with the ERS boys, shall we? Because we haven't really been looking at them so far. Myth Shadow is, we'll see if he can put a good lap on there. He's not going quick on this one. He's actually slowed down, so he will not be putting a fast lap that time round. Picnic will not be putting the time on. The Racer had a bit of a moment there at the exit of Beckett's. Is that BR, though, improving on time? I think it is. It just might be BR improving on time. And BR will make his way around turn 18 then, just now. And he will head across the line, foot to the floor. And he can put himself not any quicker. It is a 10th quicker, but no quicker than his original time, really. As Adonis, he went quicker in the first sector. Can he go quicker in the next sector? His driver ahead of him has to move across the track, so Adonis can go through. He heads across the sector 2 line. It is nearly a 10th quicker for Adonis then, as he makes his way down towards the closing stages of this lap here in Silverstone. He really, really wants to do well for his league here for ERS. Can he do well, though? That is the big question as he heads into the final chicane here in Silverstone. He's going to be absolutely foot to the floor out of this final corner. Adonis towards the line. Where can he place himself? It'll be a 4/10 improvement, and it'll be P11 for Adonis here in Silverstone at the moment. Psycho around Cop's Corner. That was a lovely, lovely corner. I cannot lie to you. That was nice indeed. And the green car. It is a very nice car, I must say. I'll give it to them. It is nice. But Psycho goes right off the track and he goes round. Psycho bins it out of Beckett's there. And that was so unfortunate for Psycho in the ERS car. And down in P19, still yet to put a time on the board. God, boy, how many safety cars? I must say 2. Oh, God, I don't know, to be fair, mate. Because I've seen the ERS boys race, but I've not seen LRM before. And I'm assuming they're very clean, but I don't know what the mixture I don't know what the mixture's going to be. I'll give it. I don't want to be like you and copy you, so I'm gonna probably say. I'll say 3 safety cars. Are you returning to ARD, Jack? Yeah, of course I am, mate. Didn't I? I don't think I was there. I wasn't there last weekend, was I? I think I was ill last weekend. Yeah, I never said I was leaving ARD, mate. I'll be back next week. I'm on a contract with them anyway, so it's not like I can, you know what I mean? I'm on a contract, so I'm going to be there for the next few races anyway. So I'm excited to go back, and Yeah, you're Rothwell, aren't you? I can remember you, mate. So let's have a look then. What's going on around? Majority in the pit lane at the moment. Total Master out on an outlap. The Racer out on an outlap too. And Yell is out there, but he is slow, 6 seconds slow at the moment. And I will tell you something that is absolutely brilliant. My laptop just decides to die, so I've not got Stream Chat up at the moment, but I will get that straight back up soon. So if anyone sends a message, I'll read it for you. I'll read it in a minute. I'll be in contact with you soon, boys. And I absolutely cannot wait. But we will try and keep ourselves focused on qualifying then here in Silverstone with 2 minutes to go, and this is where pretty much everybody, if you look at the pit lane, everybody coming out of the pit lane now to try and put a good time, a good final time on the board this weekend here in Silverstone. And these final times are absolutely crucial, really, really, really important. And this is where everybody fights to get out the pit lane and fights for that track position and to see what they can do going into the final stages of qualifying. And we will have a look who is the first few out there to put a time on the board. It's Turtle Master, who was out earlier on, who I did mention actually earlier, and he is now on his way down towards turn 15, and we'll see if he improves on this lap around when he masters this one like we've seen many people do today. He does it fine so far. He gets good on the exit, doesn't take too much curb, and he does it absolutely brilliantly. Turtle Master is on for a good one. It is Yarmo who's out of the session, but Turtle Master will make his way around the final corner. And can he improve on this lap around? He does cross the line, and it'll be a tiny, tiny improvement, half a tenth even, on that lap around. And not a good enough improvement to really move anywhere this weekend for him. Who else have we got going around? Pretty much everybody is starting their laps at the moment. Locking up there goes the Racer as he makes his way around the final few corners. He is quite down on time. Not be quicker on this one, and it is 2 seconds down on that lap around. There's guys ahead of him that are also on laps as well, and we will try and look at some of the best ones to watch. Myth Shadow for ERS is out there and making his way towards the end of Sector 1. He's down, so we'll see if there's anyone else improving. Milan improved by 4 tenths and moved up to P3 at the end of qualifying. We'll see how long he can stay there for. That is the big, big question here at the end of qualifying. It's really, really getting intense now down here in Silverstone as Jerome for LRN is making his way towards the end of the lap here in Silverstone. This is the lap of the weekend. His fastest is a 1 minute 26.6 here today as he makes his way around the final corner. Jerome across the line. It is nearly half a second improvement and puts himself in P14. BR actually retires at the end of qualifying. As we move on to Adonis, and that is qualifying concluded, but it's not concluded for everybody then, as Adonis is actually finished. Never mind, he did improve by 4 tenths, I think I read, if that was right. As is Milan going again? Milan is down. I'm not sure if he's going to be down for the whole lap. Sloshy's also on a lap, and Milan goes off. He doesn't invalidate on that one, and he goes into the pit lane at the very end. But we have Sloshy, who also follows him in, and that might be the end of qualifying for you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think Zongo is improving. Oh, Zongo is actually on a flying lap still. And then he leaves the session, apparently. So that is the end of qualifying for that. It's Psycho on a lap. Psycho flying around to the line. I'm not sure if it'll be quicker. Psycho's not put a time on the board, but he can put himself in P17 at the end. Respectable time at the end. And absolutely brilliant for everybody here today. What a qualifying session. And Speklap takes pole position here in Silverstone for the British Grand Prix coming up next for the 10v10 battle. And that is absolutely sensational this weekend. What a qualifying session. Thank you for joining me for that, as we will make our way into the main race next. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the finishing results then for your qualifying session out here in the United Kingdom. Then we have Speklap, Donic and Milan, the three drivers from LRN who topped the timetables this weekend and put themselves in 1, 2 and 3. Then we have the more LRNs of Jackal Hearts. It is Thomas and Sloshy, P4, 5 and 6. Then it comes the ERS boys of Turtle Master, Danny, Myth and Picnic in 7, 8, 9 and 10. The racer splits them up in P11 from the opposing side. Adonis and Zongo, ERS P12 and 13. 14 comes Yell, joined with his other teammate Jerome in P15. BR, Psycho, Whoops, Arthur in the rest, and at the back I didn't see, but it was a lovely qualifying session, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to go racing this weekend here in Silverstone. And if you're wondering for the silence, I am trying my very best to get Twitch chat back up really quickly, so we can continue with the chat. Hopefully, I haven't missed too much, as I will get it up as soon as I can. But we're gonna go into the race now, then, ladies and gentlemen, for the 10v10 race this weekend here in Silverstone. As the lights go out and we get racing. This time around here in Silverstone, Speklap leads them away, and Speklap with the start of his dreams this weekend. Then Speklap leads into turn 1, Donic into second, still in leading behind his teammate Milan third. It's Thomas who's scrapping away with Jackal Hearts in P5, and it is a big colossal mess in the background. Everybody's scrapping away for position here in Silverstone. All the green cars all in a big bunch here in the middle, trying to go side by side here. It is Myth Shadow and Adonis going side by side. Who will come out ahead? Myth Shadow is ahead just by a little bit so far, but around the outside tries Adonis. He cannot do anything this time around. And up ahead, Yell was trying to get through past Turtle Master as well, but nothing came out of that one too. Yell got a bit iffy on the exit there. Is that going to open up position for Myth Shadow? That is a big question then, as Psycho is now on the backside of Adonis as well. Behind that, we've got moves going into Cop's corner. Picnic is trying to go around the outside of Arthur. Arthur goes wide into Cops. Can Picnic come back through? I don't think he can. No, he cannot at the moment, but everybody still so close, side by side into Cops. It is the battle of LRN against ERS, and it came out of LRN on top of that time. Will we see that again though? Down here into turn 15, it is Yarmo on the backside of Picnic. Yarmo to the inside of Picnic. He absolutely makes a picnic out of him then as he goes down the inside. That was a beautiful move from Yarmo. Up into P12, and he's now up on the backside of Arthur in P11. That was absolutely brilliant. What a move as the racer gets a 5-second time penalty as well, as that is an absolutely crazy race start, ladies and gentlemen. And Donix is in P1 from Speklap, from Milan. Danny 4th, Thomas 5th, Jackal Heart 6th, Myth Shadow 7th, Turtle Master 8th, Psycho 9 is Adonis P10, but there's move going at the back still. Oh, and Arthur is going slow for the ERS car. I don't know what's going on there, but side by side, the battle once again between the two leagues. Jerome will try to the inside of the green car. Jerome will try and get through. The green car sticks to the inside. Who can get through? It is Picnic, who got made a picnic out of earlier. He does not get made a picnic out of this time. He will try to the outside, but down the inside, he has to watch out because Picnic has got the car of Jerome on the inside. Can he get through though? That is a big question. I'm not sure if he can. He can do though through Cop's corner, and Jerome just about edges his way through past Picnic and up into P12 on that lap around. That is beautiful. And only on lap 2 out of 26, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a brilliant race ahead of us this weekend then. Oh, and he's trying to on the inside. Adonis nearly takes out Yarmo. Adonis puts himself in the wall. He's just about nearly missed the pit lane. He goes into the pit lane. And Adonis has absolutely had a shocking moment there. And he does retire as well. That is really unfortunate. That is really unfortunate indeed. This weekend, we didn't want to see that at all here in Silverstone. What a crazy race start we have had so far, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 3 out of 26. We've lost one of the drivers. That driver is an LRN driver. Sorry, LRN driver. It is a ERS driver so far. And what else can we look at then? We've got I'll say what else can we look at. We've got the whole entire grid to look at. It is going absolutely mental. And everybody is making the positions up that they need at the moment. Danny has had the absolutely brilliant start. And Danny is really carrying the ERS League on its shoulders at the moment. In P3 at the moment. And we'll see if he can stay his way up there so far. Up here into turn 15, and it is the driver of Speclap on his teammate Danique. Earlier on, Speclap was leading from Danique. This time around, it's Danique leading from Speclap, and we will see a position change between them. We will just see then as we head down the main straight. Speclap goes quicker on lap 4 out of 26. Will anything come out of it this time around? I don't think it will. No, it won't as we go through here. We're going to go back, actually, and see if anything else is going on through here. I think position might be opening up into turn 3, but nothing does happen through there. And at the back, at the moment, it is the racer from LRN, leading his own little race at the back, but up ahead. Moves going on here then. It is Psycho down the inside of Myth Shadow. Psycho was trying his best there, but Myth might just be able to come back then on this lap around. Can he come back as he's on the backside of Psycho now down towards Copse Corner? There's moves going on ahead of him as well, but this is the one we're going to try and focus on as we go through Copse Corner, and Myth is really trying to push on the backside of Psycho here. You can see he's gaining time. He's really clear now. He's really gaining time, and you've got to remember, there's a straight coming up just after the exit of Beckett's now. We'll see if he can master this exit. Can he get on the backside and maybe get through? The DRS up ahead from Psycho is helping him. I don't think anything will come out of that one. Closer up ahead, though, is Turtle Master on the back end of Jackal Hearts. And nothing comes out of that one, too. But Speclap does go through past Danique. And it is the LRN drivers fighting as hard as they can. It's opening up Danny, and it was a bit of a three-way Hamilton moment I thought we were going to see there, as Danny will send his car to the inside. Can Danny get through into turn 1? The ERS driver on the LRN driver. It's an absolutely spectacular drive from Danny, and he's up already to P2 on lap 5 out of 26. And that green little car out there on track. Danny, absolutely drive of his life so far, and he's doing a brilliant job. We've got positions, actually. Danny with 6 positions gained up at the moment. He's losing it, though, as Danique is going to try down the inside. Danique's pushing him. Can Danny come back down the inside? He nearly takes him out. He takes Danique out. He's going to move everybody around the outside. Milan's now got an opportunity. It's 4 wide going down into Copse Corner. Up ahead, Milan made its way up now. Milan to P2, Danique P3, and Danny is now dropped down to P4. Look at this carnage then going through Copse Corner. It is Danny on the backside of everybody now. And the LRN drivers are dominating up ahead, but through goes Turtle Master on his teammate. What has gone on there then? He's now on the backside of Thomas, but now we have got the big army of ERS drivers forming behind. You can see them like green ants then forming behind, and they're all trying to gain up towards the backside of the LRN drivers up ahead on lap 5 out of 26, closing on to that one now and going on to 6 even. As we make our way around to the final corner here at Silverstone. Who's that? Danny goes round. Danny goes round. That is so unfortunate after having such a brilliant race so far. How has this happened? Danny, who has had a brilliant race, has been cursed by everyone in this Twitch chat and me as well. And he is down at the moment. But up ahead, his teammates are going to try and avenge him. And it is Turtle, Psycho, and Myth from ERS who are going to try and do a 5v3. Who are now gaining on the drivers ahead. And Turtle Master has got the car of Thomas. At the moment, top 5, says Gideon, is fully LRN. Yes, it is indeed. And Turtle Master might be able to just change that to top 4 at the moment as they head towards Cop's Corner now. And Turtle has got the speed on the backside of Thomas. Can he get through then? Through Magus and Beckis. It's a bit of a stupid corner to do it through, really, if you want to try and crash. Fair enough. But as they make their way out of Beckis now and down towards turn 15, Turtle Master will try his very, very best to make his way up towards the backside of Thomas. Can he get this move done and dusted then? As they make their way up to turn 16 and 17 into the final chicane this weekend in Silverstone. I'm not sure if he can. This is brilliant racing so far, but no, he cannot so far. And that will be the end of that one at the moment. The racer with a 3-second time penalty on that lap around, but we've got something going on here then. The car of Zongo was trying to go down the inside of Yell there, but did not get through on this lap around. Now, it is not over though for Zongo or for BR. I must say, these two are scrapping away, but then goes BR around the outside. Through goes BR then on lap 7 out of 26. And what a move from the ERS driver. That was sensational. That really was sensational then for BR as he goes through. He gets a double overtake here in Silverstone. And that is going to prick up the ears of the ERS supporters. They're going to be so, so happy to hear that one as their drivers are making their way up the positions then. And Turtle Master, though, make his way up towards Thomas. He is on the backside, but can he get through? As they make their way towards the end of the lap. Lap 8 out of 26 so far. No zero safety cars out on track in the moment. Top 8 all laps within DRS. Crazy. Absolutely, mate. This is... I've never seen racing like this, ever. It is absolutely brilliant. Look up ahead. Look, and you make a brilliant point. The top 8 all within DRS at the moment. And we're on lap 8 as well. So... what racing we are watching so far. Everybody here are absolutely mental, absolutely crazy. And hopefully we get to see some moves happening soon. Turtle Master has been the one that I've got my eye on most of the time. And we'll see if Turtle Master can make his way up and through past Thomas. It's been a few laps that he's been trying to do it, and he hasn't been able to conquer that challenge at the moment. Maybe this time around he can. Still 18 laps to go. Yes, mate, there is still 18 laps to go. And oh my god, it's been an absolutely brilliant race so far. What have the 18 laps left to go got to offer then as we head towards turn 15? And up ahead still, the DRS that Thomas has got is just not allowing Turtle Master to get through. Is that a move going on the backside? Yes, it is. It is more moves going on from Yarmo. It is Yarmo and P15 so far. He got the 2 drivers of the ERS drivers of Arthur and Zongo behind him. Arthur will try his best to get through, pushing that car. Are we going to see a double overtake once again? He goes off wide. Yarmo goes off wide, but then Zongo and his teammate Arthur go through, and the other car goes right into the pit lane here in Silverstone. And let me just mention to you, up ahead, it is Speklap, Dominique, Milan, Jackal Hearts, Thomas. All from LRN and all dominating that top 5 space so far. Then comes Turtle Master, Psycho and Myth, the 3 ERS drivers sticking as a pack just there. Then it's Sloshy and Jerome then in P9 and 10 from the opposing league. Picnic, Danny, Whoops, BR, Zongo, Arthur. All from the other leagues. And Tyres, of course you can, mate. Sorry, I should normally do that already. I didn't do that today. Where are Tyres? There you go, mate. Tyres on the screen for you at the moment. I'm sorry I didn't do that earlier on. My head's just not in the right place than it normally is. I'll get back into the swing of it as soon as I can. But Danique, actually, I don't want to get too excited, but he is actually gaining on the backside of Spec Lap as they make their way around the final few corners. And maybe, just maybe, that we see a move occur in the next few laps between these two drivers from LRN. Let's have a look if anything does happen. We've got more things going on behind. You see, everybody's in the DRS, but it just really is hard for everybody to make the moves at the moment. That's why we're not really seeing anything. Just a bit of a DRS train that's forming here. Yarmo with a 3-second time penalty, and Yarmo retires from the session. It's a VSC out here in Silverstone. We've got a VSC. Will it be a full safety car, though? I'm not sure if it will be. We haven't got one yet. No, we haven't. And that is just going to neutralise the grid. No full safety car this weekend so far. It is one VSC that we have acquired. They're all going to do hard, medium, or medium hard. That's what it looks like. Yep. As, like I mentioned earlier, the top 5 still the same as it was. It is the same as it was. It is LRN. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It is the rest of them. 6, 7, and 8 that form that train. 6, 7, and 8 are the opposing league. And hopefully we can get more of the ERS drivers up there if they can make their way up there. But we're under VSC so far. And Jackal Hearts with a drive-through penalty. He's in P4. That is not going to be good. That means he's going to drop down. As Danny gets a 3-second time penalty for the opposing side. And both sides are taking hits at the moment. But we are racing once again. And somebody goes into the pit lane. Is that Jackal Hearts? I think it is. Jackal does go into the pit lane. That means now it is only the top 4 being dominated by LRN. And ERS are now making their way up and through the order. Then is up ahead. Is the moves going on? Yes, there is. Moves are going on. It is Turtle Master. We've been waiting so many laps for this to try and happen. Can he get through past Milan on this lap around? I thought we were going to send it down the inside there, but he did not this time around. Then tries to go for the switchback down the inside. Just doesn't work for him on this lap around. That is really, really unfortunate. But the whoa in the backside there, one of the cars had a bit of a moment. On the exit of turn 5. But Psycho is not going to be a Psycho, and he will stay back. And try not to make any silly moves. Behind there was moves going on there between the 2 teammates of Sloshy and Jerome. And they just swap positions. Nothing really too much at all. But it is Spetlak and Danique. Still 1 and 2. Thomas 3rd still. Milan 4th still. But Turtle Master is the driver that is holding on to the back end of Milan absolutely brilliantly as they will make their way down towards turn 15. But you have to remember, everybody's going to have the DRS once again. Milan will not have the DRS this time around, will not help him. Milan will not do anything about this one this time around. And down the inside, send it Turtle Master. And the ERS league earns 1 point this league and goes right up to P4. For Turtle Master. He's being challenged down the inside by Milan, but Milan cannot deny him on this lap around, and Turtle now narrows that down to only the top 3 being dominated by LRN, and that has changed absolutely brilliantly so far. Yes, of course, mate, you can have that on. I'm sorry about that. Turtle Master is doing brilliant. Look at the train of drivers we've got going on here. Look at the train. The ERS wants to see the ERS levels. It's up ahead. Have we got moves going on down the inside? I thought we were going to see some here. We are going to see some here. Psycho is going to try on Milan then. Can he get through? He's going to try his best on the backside of Milan now. He's going to push his car towards down here and towards Cop's Corner next. What can Psycho do on the backside of the opposing team? The opposing side of LRN. Bit iffy on the exit. And a bit iffy equals a 3-second time penalty for Psycho on the exit there. but he does seem to be getting closer on the backside of Milan, and it's all down to the exit of this corner now on the exit of Beckett's. The car ahead's got DRS, and so does Psycho, but it's really not going to help him because the car ahead with the DRS, and even closer to Turtle Master, who gets overtaken by Milan on lap 12 out of 26. And he will not be a happy chappy at all. Psycho goes into the pit lane, and on lap 12 out of 26, the ERS drivers take a hit here in Silverstone, to say the least. And oh, we have taken a hit. Turtle Master goes off onto the gravel, loses the position to his teammate. And the drivers are really, really crumbling under the pressure so far. They really are, and I feel bad for some of the drivers for ERS so far, because I feel like I'm giving them the curse at the moment. But I will do our very, well, ERS will do their very best. I'm trying not to be biased, Dick. I normally commentate on ERS, don't I? And let me just mention this. Spec Lap and Danique then. 1 and 2, who have been battling, to be fair, not really much of the race. There's been a bit of a gap between them. But the gap now has come down to about 3/10. Earlier on it was only a 10th. As we go through Cop's Corner now. And hopefully we can see a lovely battle form between these two towards the end of this lap. Then, as we are nearing the end of this lap, lap 13 out of 26, going on to lap 14. And do we see a move? We do see a move then, as to the outside. Danique will try and take the lead back away from Spec Lap. Yes, he does. And Danique for LRN takes the lead of the British Grand Prix this weekend. And that is an extra point. That is brilliant for the LRN side, as Spec Lap gets overtaken, decides to go into the pit lane. Milan overtakes his teammate as well. It is Myth in P5 now. Spec Lap into the pit lane. Myth will go through and past that guy and up into P4. Anybody else going into the pit lane? Turtle Master goes into the pit lane. Danny with a 5-second time penalty. And there's a lot of position changes, but I wouldn't be alarmed. It's just everybody coming out of the pit lane so far. What a nice race, really enjoying. Yeah, mate, absolutely same. It's such a good race so far. And if any of you did want to watch this back, after the race has happened, you can find it on the Jack Crossley Comms YouTube channel, which will be linked. I think it's linked in the ERS Instagram bio as well, so if you wanted to find it through there, you can do, and that is where this race will be linked. You can also go and watch this race on the LRN Twitch channel as well. What's your Insta, mate? I will post it in the Discord, the chat right now. Bit of promo. Have we got anything else going on? I am not too sure. I think, yeah, driver's going into the pit lane now. Danique stays out. Danique does stay out. It is Thomas in the pit lane, Milan in the pit lane, Myth, Sloshy, Picnic all go into the pit lane here in Silverstone. Put my YouTube link in the chat. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it. I don't want to be that cocky guy that puts it in myself. You know what I mean? So it's nice. It's nice that you've done it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here, everybody. Have we got a battle out the pit lane though? I think we do. Psycho goes through past Milan. Milan just comes out on the new medium compound tyres now. You're a great commentator, otherwise it's share. Thank you, mate. Honestly, especially me being in hospital as well. I'm not trying to be all weird about it. I'm just saying it's been kind of hard for me to get my head in the right place and come back and do it for you. Hopefully, I'm putting on a good show for you, because in my head, I feel like I'm messing quite a lot of it up to what I'd normally do. But I'm doing my very best for you, and I'm very glad that I'm here for you to do it this weekend. I don't really want to let anyone down. Someone that's not letting anyone down is Thomas. He was going to go through past Zongo and up into P3. He makes the 1, 2, and 3. dominated by LRN this weekend so far. As now it is Jackal Hearts who has got the car of Zongo up ahead. Spec Lap goes quickest on the new mediums, and Arthur with a 3-second time penalty at the moment, but it is Spec Lap leading from Danique, from Thomas, then from Zongo in the ERS car and making his way up those positions, trying to do well for his league so far. He is doing well for his league, and I'm sure everyone's very proud of him so far, but Psycho puts his car right to the backside of Jackal Hearts. That brings up the other car, Milan, who pushes Psycho off the track. Psycho will have him none of that. He's coming right back at them on the backside. Can he do anything about it, though? He's pushing, trying to get through past the car of Jackal Hearts. And he does get through and absolutely masters that one. He really does, absolutely masters it, and is up and through to P. Who was a Psycho? It's P6 for Psycho so far. But the battle ahead is not finished yet then, with Milan trying to get through and past Zongo. And that move will not be easy, hard for him even, as he sends his cars to the outside. Milan will go through, but look at the green army forming behind him. None of them are going to let that one slide. They're all going to try and come back now at Milan, and we'll see how long that takes to form then, as one of the ERS drivers goes into the pit lane. It is Zongo. And Yale to the outside. Can Yale get through past Arthur? He's really trying now. Going around the final corner here in Silverstone. I don't think he can. He will not do anything about that one. But into turn one, maybe a move can happen through here. Oh, coming out of the pit lane as well. I love a bit of pit lane battling. Then there's two drivers behind. Come out of the pit lane, and them two are already scrapping away then out of the pit lane. It is Jackal Hearts and Zongo. Zongo gets put off the track once again here in Silverstone, and it is Jackal Hearts who pushes him. And up ahead, more moves going on then. There's the car of Yell. He's going to go to the inside. The switchback of dreams. Yell to the inside of Arthur. Can he get through? I'm not sure if he can do. Arthur's on the inside, and Arthur stays ahead for his league on that lap around. Also, one really, really quick warning, pre-warning. I'm not sure, I don't think it's going to happen for everybody in the stream chat, but if I, for some reason, go silent for a long period of time and don't say anything, or if I go silent for a long period of time and don't say anything, or that, well, yeah, that's it really. If I do that, I've either fainted or I've been sick, but that shouldn't happen. So we should carry on with a brilliant race, y'all. Every time you say yell, I'm like, what? I bet you are, mate. It feels like I'm saying your name, to be fair. But up ahead is still Spec Lap from Danique, and then from Thomas, Milan, Turtle Master, Psycho, Myth Shadow, Sloshy, Jerome, Danny in P10, who is carrying the league on his shoulders earlier on, has sadly, very, very sadly dropped back. And I'm really hoping he can make his way back up, because he really deserves to be up there today. He had an absolutely brilliant start earlier on. Glad he is on P16, so it is not called out too much. Oh, you're not wrong there, mate. You're not wrong at all. As up ahead is there moves going on. Turtle is on the backside of Milan. We saw this one happen earlier. Milan with no ERS, DRS even. It's deja vu, and this time Turtle Master gets through past Milan on lap 18 out of 26. And Turtle in the green car gets through and up into P4. It is the 1, 2, and 3 of Donique, Spec Lap, and Thomas the LRN drivers who are dominating the 1, 2 and 3 so far, but we'll see if that will change towards the end of this Grand Prix. Only 7 laps to go here in Silverstone, and this race has flown by, absolutely flown by this weekend. And we have, obviously, like I said, 19 laps out of 26. We've lost 2 drivers, and it is quite even Stevens out there at the moment. We've lost 2 drivers, but one of them from each side. It is Yarmo from the LRN side and Andonis from the ERS side this weekend. And hopefully we don't lose any more this weekend. Is that someone in the pit lane? It is Yell, not Yarl, in the pit lane. And is this something going on? Yes, it is. Danny on the backside of his teammate. Now, don't take each other out, boys. But let's put a good battle on indeed. And he goes through into Magus. That was an absolutely beautiful move from the 2 teammates. Now, another move, but from the opposing side. Turtle Master on Milan. These 2 also having a battle. It is Myth ahead of Psycho. And slowly but surely, the ERS boys are starting to kind of free their way into the top. And hopefully they can make their way up even further. Oh, and Speclap. The gap between him and Zanique is 2 tenths. These 2 have been going at it all up. Yeah, with a 3-second time penalty. But these 2, like I mentioned, have been going at it all race long then. This weekend. And now we will see if there will be a move going on between these 2. It is the 2 LRN drivers going at it once again into Magus and Beckett. Will it be a move? It's a VSC. I don't know where that's come from indeed, but it is a VSC. The second one we've had this weekend. We are yet to have a safety car, ladies and gentlemen. And I have probably just jinxed that the hardest way possible. So I apologise. But it is what it is. Jinxing is my speciality. If you're new around here and you didn't already know that, jinxing is my speciality. But yeah, anyway. Let's go back to while we're on the VSC. Hello to the 15 of you in it. It is very, very nice to see you all here. And also, I want to thank you for my 48 followers as well, because Twitch was made about 2 weeks ago, and the follows that I'm getting are very, very much appreciated. And yeah, thank you very, very much indeed. Then as we get racing again, DRS is now enabled, and the top 2 will be racing once again. Psycho retired in the pit lane. Obviously no safety car because of that one. It was something to do with Psycho Gideon. Yes, it was. And we are racing once again. Is there anything going on? No, really. It's not as close as it was earlier. I'll give them that. But with 5 laps of racing to go here in Silverstone, we've still got room for some good battles. I mean, also got room for a safety car, but we'll have to see if that comes in or not. 3 drivers out of the league, well, out of both leagues that have DNF so far. 2 of them from ERS and 1 from LRN this weekend. Was that a move going on? Yes, it was. Jackal Hearts through past Whoops. That is lovely, lovely stuff. And he gets through past the opposing side there. Turtle Master in the ERS car manages to get through past Milan and Thomas. And Turtle is carrying this side of the league so far. What a drive from Turtle at the moment. It was Danny's time earlier. Now it is Turtle's time. And it's only the top 2 that are dominating from the LRN league so far. Turtle's breaking his way up there into the top 3. He's in the top 3 now in the podium positions. And the ERS drivers are proving to do a brilliant, brilliant race so far. And so are the LRN, to be fair. But it's a brilliant comeback story for ERS at the moment. Milan on the backside of Turtle Master. And when anything come out of that one, I'm not too sure. But we have Mr. Yarla Boy in the chat. Do we have any facts about Silverstone? Luckily enough, a little birdie dropped some facts on my desk, and I've got some facts to share. We have Silverstone. Then it is built in 1947. Its first Grand Prix was in 1950, and as most of you should know, that was the first ever Formula One official Grand Prix. As on the back side of to the Master, the guy has got so much pressure on his shoulders, he nearly gave into it all. Then on the back side of Milan, I thought he was going to go around there, but he saved it like an absolute champion. That was brilliant. But we go more onto the facts. Track length of 5.2 kilometers here in Silverstone. It is undergone many multiple track changes, and obviously the one you're looking at now is the one we've settled with so far, and the latest was in 2010. Obviously changing the main straight, which changed from the straight that leads down into Copse Corner, and it's now changed down onto the Hamilton straight here in Silverstone. As we will go back to the racing, and up ahead it is spec lap from Dominique from Milan, Turtle Master in 4, Thomas 5, Myth Shadow 6, Sloshy 7, Jerome 8, Picnic 9, and Danny in P10 at the moment. Wow, what legend gave you those? Oh, I wonder, mate. I wonder. Oh, I have no idea. There was somebody called. I think his name started with J. Ooh. I can't. It was like a. Yarla Boy. And ladies and gentlemen, hello to the 13 of you in here now. I've dropped down to Jerome with a 3-second time penalty. Yarrison. It was Yarrison who gave me him. Yes, it was Yarrison. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, now as we are watching Turtle Master on the backside of Milan, can he get through past Milan? Milan's going a bit slow through here actually. We'll see if he can get through. Box cool. Can we seal the time penalties? Of course he can, mate. Penalties. And before I read them out, Turtle is on the verge of making another position up now for ERS. Danny's out of the session with 2 laps to go. Turtle's down the inside of Milan. Milan will not give this one away. Milan to the inside, and Milan stays ahead on lap 24 out of 26. We've lost 3 ERS drivers now. But time penalties then. We have, with the 5 seconds, we have 1 5 second. Actually, it is Spec Lap leading the race at the moment. It is the rest of them are 3 seconds. It's Donique, Turtle Master, Smith Shadow, Jerome, Picnic, Jackal Hearts, Yell, Arthur, and the racer with 6-second time penalty down there. As now we go back to Turtle, who will go for a second time around on Milan, and Turtle gets right through and past Milan on that lap around. It's no trouble for him, and he's easily through into P3. Next on his list is Danique, but that gap is 7 seconds, and I do not see him gaining 7 in 2 laps. Also, let me just mention to you, the top 2 are battling out very hard. The gap's 2 tenths. Spec Lap, who's leading, is on an 8-second penalty. Danique's on a 3-second. So you can probably guess where this is going. If it stays like this, Turtle finishes in P2. I can tell you now. So for the ERS League, it's not looking too shabby for them at all, to be fair, because Turtle's doing an absolutely brilliant drive up there in Silverstone so far. And I have got to say, this has been one of the quickest races I've ever commentated on, because if we look at the time now, it is stream's just gone over an hour, and
That is normally the end about 1 hour 20 minutes. This is very, very quick tonight. You guys really wanted to get on with this, and the quicker the end, I always say, the better the racing was, and it always happens like that, and it was brilliant tonight. As we are on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix, and Danique gets through past Spec Lap then here in Silverstone, and that was going to happen anyway though, as Milan gets right back and through to past Turtle Master. Now Thomas tries to get through past Myth, and all the leagues are dropping down positions so far. It is Thomas who goes through past Myth and up into P5. As Arthur was on the side of Yale, Milan with the 3 second time penalty. And will that change anything? I'm not really sure if it will. It will actually, because that's going to even them out up ahead. But now, on to the final lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen, here in Silverstone. In the top two, the gap between them 4/10 of a second. And now 3/10, 2/10. The gap coming down as we make our way around and towards turns 7 and 8 here in Silverstone to end off this Grand Prix. And Donique with a 3 second time penalty. Spec Lap with an 8. It's all about track position when we cross the line. But then it will go to penalties. And that is when Spec Lap will drop down positions drastically. If it's... Never mind. It will not. Because Milan has got 9 seconds now between them. So Donique and Spec Lap should be all good. But they will just swap around themselves. They led towards the end of Sector 2 here in Silverstone, and they will make their way down towards turn 15. And Danique and Spec Lap, the two LRN drivers who have absolutely dominated for their league. They've really, really carried their league on their shoulders this weekend, as both of them simultaneously together make their way towards the line. There's quite a sense of togetherness for this, because both of them towards the line then. It's Danique who crosses the line. Spec Lap in second. Turtle Master will come around the final corner, battling with Milan. Turtle spins round in the final corner. Milan across the line to make it an LRN 1, 2 and 3 here in Silverstone this weekend. Turtle got unlucky at the very end. He spins round and he loses more positions. Turtle Master drops down to P4 on penalties. It is Sloshy to P4. Sorry, Turtle Master P5. Myth Shadow 6. It is Jerome 7. Picnic 8. Thomas 9. BR 10. Jackal Hearts 11. It is Zongo 12. Whoops 13. Yell 14. Arthur 15. And the Racer in P16 this weekend. And wow. What a race. I thoroughly enjoyed that for my my coming back race. That was very, very good indeed, boys, and thank you. Thank you for that one indeed. Well, LRN won. I thought that as well, mate, to be fair. They probably have won. LRN have put on a brilliant show, but to be fair, ERS, there was a few drivers that shone through clearly there, and what a race that was from both sides, ladies and gentlemen. And that will be the end of the race this weekend. Thank you for your commentary. Thank you very much for being in the stream chat, mate, and supporting all race around. It's been absolutely brilliant to have you here. Thank you very much. As we will go to the finishing results this weekend. And for saying that I commentate on ERS, and most of the ERS boys will be watching this stream tonight, it'll be a bit of a horrible sight to see LRN on the podium, but at the end of the day, it is all a bit of fun, and everybody comes out happy at the end of this one. It has been a brilliant one this weekend, and Dutch Shadow, thanks for the comms, mate. Thank you very much for being here. It's been a pleasure to commentate for you guys once again as we come to the end of the podium celebrations, and now on to the finishing results, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend. Let's just say it has been a bit of an LRN domination at the top this weekend. It is Donique, Spec Lap, Milan and Sloshy. 1, 2, 3 and 4 for LRN this weekend. Turtle Master, Myth Shadow in P5 and 6 for the opposing side. Jerome in P7, obviously for LRN once again. It is Picnic in P8 for the other side. Thomas P9, BR P10, Jackal Hearts P11, Zongo 12, Whoops P13. Yell 13, and there's two more drivers to go through, I think. Yes, it is. Arthur P15 and the Racer P16. So thank you very, very much, everybody, for joining me It has been a very much of a pleasure. Thanks for having me back. Hopefully I've done well for you when I've been a bit poorly. I've done my very best for you, and I will be back commentating next week on Monday. Thank you for having me, and goodbye. See you in a bit.